All right, for those of you new to the channel, we interview people with superpowers and we have our own healing journey that we take people on. And in today's episode, we're going to share one of our oldies but goodies.
Okay, so here's today's spiritual superpowers replay. Enjoy.
Okay.
There she is. Right there.
Hi, Betty. Look at those eyes.
She's like, who's talking to me?
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spiritual Superpowers. We have a really fun episode for you guys today. We are talking to Allison Hansen. And Allison Hansen is the founder of Barkana Tarot for Pets. So we've done a lot of episodes on tarot card readings, but not one specifically for pets. So I'm really looking forward to this. So welcome, Allison.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
This is super exciting. I've never heard of this before, so I would love to hear about how you got into it. What made you decide to focus on animal tarot?
Well, I've always had a deep connection with animals ever since I was a kid. Always had an uncanny connection with them, as Caron would know. Funny situations like when my one dog stopped eating, I had this vision of him carrying his bowl and being like, no, I want to eat out of the plate. And that's the only way I could get him to eat. So one night my sister and I were together and she said, I want to get into tarot. And I thought, yeah, this is a great idea to kind of channel my intuition. So the two of us took a tarot course, and Caron and I were talking. We've known each other for many years. And Caron's like, you totally need to channel this into tarot for pets. So I started down this road and found it to be a fantastic way to connect with the animals, channel spirits to help me connect with them.
Very cool. Now, you and Caron have known each other a long time, but why don't you give a little background as to like how you know each other and what you've done for the animal community?
Well, Allison and I were colleagues in the fitness world for a very, very long time. And it was, it's one of those things that I look back at and think, this is intuition. This is more than just coincidence, because I was thinking about how could I raise money for animal rescues using some of the skills that I had. And I thought about putting on an event or a race or a fitness event that would help incorporate animals, but also raise money for rescues. And I was thinking about this for about a year, and coincidentally, or not coincidentally, Allison had been thinking about the exact same thing. And one day she emailed me and said, I'm thinking about putting on maybe a 5K, walk run event to raise money for, animal rescues. What do you think? Or could you give me some guidance? And I'm like, I've been thinking the same thing. So we just, decided to jump in, and we started an event series called the Furry Friends 5K. And I think over 9 years, we raised almost $800,000 for animal rescues across Ontario. So we're very proud of that. And out of that, this amazing friendship was born. And also, this really amazing connection to animals, and to a greater degree, because we loved our own pets, but we wanted to do more for other animals.
Yeah, to speak, I'll share Caron's sentiments. Like, it's amazing the friendships that have come from it, and then moving into the spiritual side of connecting with animals that way. And to quote Caron, like, this is a different way of helping animals, is bringing to light the fact that they are spiritual sentient beings, and we can connect with them very much like we are sentient beings.
Very well put. Yeah.
Yeah, and from an animal communication standpoint, animals understand much more than we know. And, you know, when you see a tarot reading, you know, as Allison's going to talk about, you'll understand that to a greater degree.
Mhm. Now, you actually read my dog Betty, and she's with me here in the tiny house. And then you also did a card reading for my cat Archie, who had just, unfortunately, we had to put him down. He's passed a couple of weeks ago. And so you do both readings for the living and the ones that are no longer with us.
Yes. Do you want me to start with Archie?
I would love that.
Okay.
And just so you know, if you do happen to hear wind chimes in the background, I didn't pull them down. Caron had given me a beautiful wind chime that I have outside the tiny house here for in memory of Archie. So I kept it up. So if you hear that in the background, that's Archie in the wind.
So I'll tell you how I start. I get pictures of the animals, and I like to look at them for a few days. A couple days in advance, just so I feel like I can get to know them and I can see them in my mind. I like to take time to meditate first. So I'll get into Archie here. The first card I got for Archie was the Ace of Cups. You can see there.
Hard.
Quickly, Archie in his life was feeling very safe and loved. What will come next for him? He's going to take his time and use his skills. I got the sense that he was a funny guy.
Oh yeah, he was he was a ginger cat. I mean, can
Yeah.
you be funnier than that? I mean, their personalities are larger than life.
He said in the near future, he wants to tread carefully by choosing the next path because he didn't want any turmoil. He said at some point in life there was a little bit of turmoil around. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but he doesn't want that to happen again. There was a female in his life that has worked really hard to get where they are. And he said that he's really proud of this person because they worked from their heart to get where they are.
So when you say person, it's a human.
Yes.
And is that person here, there? Like, is it referring to someone in his life here, or just as another soul mate?
It's a person that was with him in this life that just passed. So in his environment.
Obviously that's you, Dawn, because I don't think there's anyone else it could be. So that's amazing. And
that's really comforting, because I was, he lived with my ex-husband. So after I made the decision and kind of started on this new journey that I felt very pulled to do, he stayed with my ex, and you never know.
Sorry, I have to.
I heard that too.
Times he's here. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you just never know if they feel like you're abandoning them, right? So it's like, it definitely makes me feel more comforted to know that he wasn't angry with me or upset or blaming himself, thinking he had done something wrong for me leaving.
No, I got that he felt very proud of you, and knows that you overcame a lot, and you made a lot of choices from the heart, and you're prospering for it. That's what I got. So in terms of hopes and fears, I got hopes for him, and he hopes that that his current space is part of his destiny and soul journey, and he knows this. He feels very complete right now, and he wants you to smile, because he knows he's where he needs to be right now. So I'm going to get into Betty now. Mm-hmm. Betty's was this is the first card I got for Betty.
Oh.
Yeah. So Betty's she's feeling loss and heartache right now.
Yeah.
And she really needs to separate herself from this situation. And maybe a little extra TLC. So is there some, like, you know, thinking about, like, is there space that she loves or something to bring her peace, because she's got a lot of heartache.
Can I interrupt just for a moment?
Yeah.
I think we want to add here that Betty and Archie were really close. So the fact that Betty's feeling heartache is, understandable. And I think, Dawn, you even told me that Betty wasn't eating.
Yeah, we had brought her with us when we took Archie in, and it was all four of us together. Yeah, we really tried to include her and make sure that she was aware and that type of thing. So she went through it with us.
But what she needs right now is to be able to just let go, like grieve it, go with the process and let go. And I also got with that, like, maybe asking her what she needs. What do I need right now? Maybe it's a little extra time outside doing something that she loves. For the environment, so her space around her, I got the sun. So around her in her house and her space, everything is wonderful. Okay. The people around her are good. She feels safe. She's in a heart-based place. She's just feeling sad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good to know, because I do have joint custody. So she goes back and forth between two homes, and there's some instability there, right? Even though she's loved at both. It's good to know that even though she's kind of bouncing back and forth, that she realizes that in both places she's very much loved.
Really, what she needs is just a lot of support to get her head and her spirit in the right space.
It's really good to know, because it's really just basing it off of the fact that she's not finishing her food and not quite as bubbly as what she would normally be. So I knew that she was sad, but I didn't realize how much could impact like an animal. So I think it's really good for our viewers to hear this, so that we can see that they are just as heartbroken as what we would be when we grieve, and that we need, that they need that love and reassurance and comfort as much as we do. So after your reading, you put it, I guess, do you type it out and send it in an email? Is that what you typically do with your readings?
Yes, I do. Yeah. And I'll send you a picture of the entire reading and of the spread. People can get a hold of me through barkanatarot@gmail.com. And I also have a Facebook page. I'll share the links for.
Wonderful. And we'll be sure to include those in the description box below, because we definitely, this just brings so much comfort, and it makes me feel so much better. And now I know what to do. So more clarity as well. And I can see a lot of people benefiting from this. I want to get your information out there so that other people can contact you.
How is Betty right now? How is Betty reacting right now as we're chatting?
Can you see her there?
Oh, she's panting. Hi, Betty. Hi, honey. Is that a happy pant or a stressed pant?
This is a happy, comforted pant.
Good.
Yeah, she's quite comfortable right now. She's just a little warm because we don't have AC in the tiny house. And for volume or for sound, I turned off the fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, she's very comfortable. In fact, normally when it comes to here, she doesn't typically stay indoors as much. I wanted her here for the reading, but she would normally come in, as Caron would know, she'd come in, kind of hop up, settle for a few seconds, and then hop back down again and want to go back outside. She loves laying out on the deck. So for her to stay here quite comfortably for the whole time, I know that she's listening. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, a little fun story from way back. The first animal communication I'd ever had. Now, this is many years ago. This is 2012. A friend of mine had organized a pet psychic party. So I brought her with me. And back then I didn't really understand what it was like to be a psychic in its entirety. So I was one of those people that's very skeptic, or like I wasn't going to give them anything. I wanted to see what she came up with. And she was saying, she's like, oh, you have another dog at home. And I said, no, I don't. And she goes, no, well, do you dog sit regularly? I'm like, nope. I just left it at that. And she said, oh, okay, well, we'll come back to that. You know, we went on with the rest of the reading, which was extremely accurate. And then at the end, I said, oh, well, this was great. I would, and she's handing me her card. And I'm like, I'll have you come and read my cat sometime. And she like grabbed the card back and she says, you have a cat? And I said, yes. She goes, that's a dog. And I'm like, well, no, that's a cat. And she goes, no, but she goes, she goes, what Betty was trying to communicate and what she wanted to tell you was that she loves her brother. And I was like, oh, you know, like, oh, Betty.
He just assumed it was a dog, right?
Yeah,
So-
and he certainly behaved like a dog.
oh, this was so great, Allison.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah.
Doing it. I'm still a little, like, I guess, in shock and definitely feeling emotional. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. And like I said, I'll capture it all in email. Like I'll write it all out so then you have it and you can reflect on it.
Okay, wonderful. And I will be sure to take good care of Miss Betty.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to sensing Archie around. Yeah. Well, taking care of Betty will definitely help me in that way. You know, stepping up and giving her some extra love as the wind chimes continue to blow.
Yeah.
So thank you, Allison, so much for today's reading. It's definitely giving me a lot of peace, comfort, and clarity. So please reach out to Allison, click on the links below, and have some animal tarot card readings for your fur babies. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and then also hitting that notification bell next to our faces so that you don't miss an episode. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again. Bye.